Logic, I just don't understand this shit. Like, how come every time when you do an album that's all mainstream or trappish, you be in like your room or in a mystical land or on a spaceship or somewhere cool as fuck, but then when you go back to the boom bap, your ass getting arrested? What the fuck? What's going on, everybody? It's the Granddad Woolly, and you are here again for another edition of Woolly Reviews Hip Hop Data. We got an album review today. We're gonna talk about the brand new album that just fucking dropped from a rapper out of Maryland who's been doing his thing for many, many years. But more recently, he's become catapulted into like a superstardom status. It all started with that album Everybody, which I wasn't that hype on it. I mean, everybody was loving it, not me. I'm not part of that Everybody group. And then he came back with Bobby Tarantino 2, which was not as good as the first one anyway. And I was like, what the hell is they drinking with this Logic Kool-Aid? Because it ain't all that. But now he's back again, and now he's on this boom bap shit, thinking I'm gonna like it because it's boom bap. I mean, I do fuck with boom bap, but just because you doing it, I mean, I'm gonna like it, nigga. We gonna see. So now let's see what this motherfucker's talking about. This nigga's back. He dropped some new shit. He got locked up for the 4th time. Nigga, you got a full-blown record now. Like, what you trying to be Sinatra for real, nigga? Chill out. Stay out of jail, for real. Talk about the new album from Logic entitled Young Sinatra 4. Now, for those who don't know, like I said, Logic is a dope rapper out of Maryland. He's been doing his thing for a long time. Mad talented, doing his thing. But as music as us, I mean, it's like his albums and shit, y'all. It's like, I haven't got a Logic album that I really liked a lot since his debut album, Under Pressure. Everything's been doing after that's just been like really like under his achievable levels. Like he's just falls short of making great projects every single time. It seems every time this motherfucker has a shot to do something amazing, it just falls short. But even still, like he's been able to persevere. He's made like crazy waves in the game. He had a successful album with Everybody. I don't know why, but it happened. And then he's just been dropping shit left and right. He got Eminem on a track when he was on the Eminem and Royce Caterpillar remix, which was, he fucked that up. I don't know what he did that for. And now he's back with the 4th and final installment of his Young Sinatra series, which lends some more of his boom bap underground hip hop roots. So now let's see if Logic Young Sinatra 4 is that underground boom bap shit that the boy loves to hear, because you know I love that shit. Or if sometimes, you know, boom bap ain't always the best thing when it's done by the wrong motherfuckers. Like, I can do it good, really good. Like, you should listen to my shit. But we ain't talking about me, we talk about him. So now let's see if this motherfucker finally gave us a hot one. Let's talk about the shit. Now, when I first popped in this album and I tuned into production, I realized that, yes, Logic has went back to the boom bap sound with this album. Now, it's not like, okay, here's the thing with these beats, y'all. Like, you know, boom bap, like, you're supposed to have neck brace, ugly face. I didn't get neck brace, ugly face, not once on this project, but I will say that the beats are boom bap. These beats do give off a real throwback vibe from the like late 80s, early 90s era of hip hop, which is really dope. But I just kind of feel like some of these beats on here really do sound like stuff we've heard before. Like there are a lot of instances where you hear beats, you can be like, yeah, that sounds like something so-and-so did or so-and-so did. And it really doesn't come off like authentic in a way. You can tell he's kind of probably trying to pay homage with the production on here. But to me, it's like, okay, like if you're gonna go boom bap, give me some like boom bap, but make it fresh and new. Like I don't have to hear you rapping over shit that sounds like Tribe or some old Kanye or, you know, some old Nas shit or some old Digging in the Crate shit, which is all cool. I love all that shit, but like when it comes to like boom bap, I want to hear some gritty, raw, but still fresh shit that make me go like, ooh, that shit's fucking fire. Like boom bap is old school, but it doesn't have to sound old school all the goddamn time. You can still give us some new flavor and some new spice, and that's what I kind of was hoping to get out of the production on here. Now the beats are all handled for the most part by his main producer, Six, but there's also some other producers on here who came in and did, I got it, y'all. So yeah, of course it's Six. Also, Q Beats. I guess Logic did some production. Who else? Ryan Tedder, Matthew Crabtree, Nas. Well, not Nas or not? It's not Nas. Not you know Escobar. Not N-A-Z. Rascal, Sonny Norway, Vontae Thomas, Isaiah, and Kajo, I believe. But yeah, those are all the producers, and they do lend to a very underground boom bap feel for the most part. But these beats aren't like I said, like I never once on any of these beats here got the ugly face, neck brace, ooh, goddamn feel. And that's what I like my boom bap. I need to hear, like when you throw on a beat from like Ninth Wonder or from like Knots or from Alchemist or something like that, them motherfuckers give you ugly face, neck brace 9 times out of 10. And that's what I wanted Six to do. Like, I want him to tap into that shit and really just give us some shit that's like, god damn, this shit's fire. And we did not get that on the production side, so that was a bit of a letdown. But he did give us that boom bap throwback feel, which is what he was going for in this project and what Logic wanted to do with this Young Sinatra 4. So he did give us that, but it wasn't as good as I hoped, but the beats are still cool for the most part. And there were some beats on here that I did think were kind of dope, but I just wasn't blown away by any of the production on here at all. And when it comes to Logic himself, Logic is doing his rappity rap thing all over here. And yeah, we all know Logic can rap, y'all. He got some bars. He can rap fast as fuck. His flow is impeccable. Yes, we know that, and we've heard this time and time again. So that's kind of like Logic's detriment to me. It's like, we know he can do these things. He showcased these things so many times. So when he does it, it really isn't that special. So what I go into with this now with Logic is his content and what he's really talking about and saying. And on this album, he's pretty much just giving us either rapidy raps, or he's talking about how he's better than everybody, he's the shit, but at the same time, he's also talking about how he wants everybody to kind of be cohesive and work together and peace, love, and positivity. So he's kind of being like hypocritical with his bars on some songs. Some songs he fucks with niggas, and some songs he don't fuck with niggas. What do you do, Logic? Let me know. If you're fucking with him or you're not. Let me know that, because I just need to be clear about this shit. But he's also talking about like his relationship with like his father, his things that he's going with the music industry. I mean, we've talked about these things before in the past with Logic, but he's just bringing them back once again with this. He also does some storytelling on this album as well, and pretty much just everything that you would expect from Logic, he gives us on this album, just in more of a boom bap aesthetic or a throwback old school aesthetic, which is fine, which is cool, but it isn't like mind-blowing or amazing on any front, the production-wise and Logic-wise, because everything Logic has done, he's done before. We are used to him doing, so it's really nothing that he's doing that's new, fresh, or revitalizing. It's just a pretty much straightforward Logic in his boom bap form, which is, I guess, is cool for like the Logic super fans, but for me, it's like, it's cool. It is what it is. I don't hate it, but I'm in love with it. So it's like, it's whatever. It's whatever. And when it comes to features on this album, Logic has some very heavy hitters on here, as well as some motherfuckers I've never heard of before, but they on here too, so why the fuck not? So he's got Lucy Rose, the Rat Pack, which is this whole fan group shit, you know, that he be doing. Also, he's got Ryan Tedder on here, Wu-Tang Clan, okay, nothing to fuck with. Also, Wale, John Lindell, Haley Steinfeld, Kajo, Sladro, and Big Limbo. Okay, why does that sound like a group of Pokemon? I'm just saying, it do. Okay, also Jaden Smith, okay, you know, iconic, and then that's it. So everybody on here is like, you know, doing their damn thing for the most part, but there really were no features on here, honestly, y'all, that really blew me away, or I was like, oh my God, yo, they killed this shit. It was pretty much just your run-of-the-mill for all the features on here, nothing too special, but they showed up and they did what they were supposed to do. Now, you know I gotta give you my top 5, y'all, and honestly, it wasn't that hard to find 5 favorites on this album. Like I said, this album isn't bad at all. Like, honestly, this is probably one of the better Logic projects I've heard in recent years, but even still, it's just like not a lot really grabbed me like I hoped it would have, especially with the type of tone and style that this album was made in. But there are 5 here that I do really, really like, and let me know, I got them right here. So it's Everybody Dies, and then The Glorious 5, and then Wu-Tang Forever, and then Young Sinatra 4, and then The Adventures of Stony Bob. Okay, so let me go back up to the top. So Everybody Dies, I think this is a really dope song. I like his whole appeal on this. I like the beat on here. I think it's really, really dope. Very boom bap like. Roger spitting his ass off, and he's pretty much saying like, yo, you gotta live your life to the fullest, because at the end of the day, everybody fucking dies. And you don't wanna be fucking regretting your shit because you didn't make the choice that you thought you should have made. You didn't follow your dreams. You didn't follow your goals. And Elijah said stuff like this before, but I always think it's good that he's really like putting this out, because I believe that too. If there's something that you wanna fucking do in life, go fucking do it. Don't wait. Don't make excuses. Don't be bullshitting. Go out and get your shit and get it done, because you get one life, and if you fuck it up, you fuck it up. Ain't no do-overs in this motherfucker. The next song, The Glorious 5, is also dope. I'm not too big on the hook. I mean, it's cool. Logic's doing his little singing thing, but what I really do like is his lyricism on here, especially in the second verse where he's talking about his father and how he wishes that his father was there for him more, how he would have been able to do more things with him rather than going out in the streets and running the streets. He wishes that he would have been there in Logic's life more, and Logic now sees that as the opportunity to be a better father to his future child and, you know, not make the same mistakes. So I like that sentiment because I have a kid myself, and I grew up for the most part without a dad, y'all. He died though young, and well, he wasn't in, he was there, but like he died. So like, but I do know what it's like to like grow up without having a father there for certain moments in your life, and I want to pass that on to my son to really be there. So I do get what Logic's saying. So a lot of the things that Logic's saying that I can connect with, I really fuck with, and he does say that in this song, as well as some other dope things things about his rap career and how he's just coming up and things like that. So it's a really dope song. I really enjoyed it, especially that second verse. It really hit me, and I think that's one of the stronger songs on here as well. The next song, Wu-Tang Forever, is an automatic top 5, y'all, honestly, because like, yo, he got the whole Wu-Tang Clan on the goddamn song. That's not easy to do. That's like 10 niggas, like 9, 8. That's a lot of niggas, y'all. But basically, he got everybody on here, minus ODB, of course, RIP. But they got replaced. Who they get to replace ODB? It's some new nigga. Hold on. But he had some bars. He was saying some shit. Hold on. Oh, Jackpot Scotty Waddy. Okay, all right. So Jackpot Scotty Waddy's filling in for ODB. And overall, it's a dope song, mostly because of the Wu-Tang Clan. Logic's verse, like, I wish Logic would have really went in. Like, his whole verse was pretty much talking about how he was able to get the Wu-Tang Clan on the fucking song. Nigga, we know. We see the shit on the shit. We see that you got the niggas. Now go spit. Like, go in there and fucking wreck that shit. You got the whole Wu-Tang Clan. Show your ass out on that motherfucking record instead of telling us who's on the motherfucking record and making Wu-Tang references. But that's what he did with his verse, and then he gave the whole rest of the song to Wu-Tang, and they all did their damn thing. Now, I'm not gonna say that the Wu-Tang Clan like dropped their most glorious verses, because they didn't. Some of them sounded phoned in. They did sound still good because, you know, Wu-Tang Clan are elite MCs, but you can tell that some of this shit was probably phoned in. But it's still a cool song. The beat on there is like a carbon copy knockoff of a Wu-Tang track that you would hear probably back in 36 Chambers of Wu-Tang Forever. I think 6 did the beat, and he did his best, you know, to make a Wu-Tang beat. I mean, I really wish like they would have got RZA to do it, or maybe Mathematics. Like, I mean, that would have been dope to really get that real feel, because it really did sound like an old throwaway Wu-Tang beat. But I mean, they did what they did. It's a cool song. I mean, mostly for Wu-Tang Clan, but I wish it would have been a lot better. But it's still a top 5 just for the fact that he got the whole group on that one record. So shout out to him for that shit. The next song, Young Sinatra 4, is the title track, and it's a dope song. The beat kind of uses a little bit of the Milkbone track, Keep It Real, the beginning little like horn sample that's in there, as well as like a variation of kind of like the beat, but not really. But kind of, you can kind of hear parts of it. Also, the main thing that it uses is the chorus to Life's a Bitch from Nas. He pretty much uses the exact same chorus and just plops it in there. And then it's Young Sinatra doing his damn thing with the rappity raps. It's a dope song. I really like his whole vibe that he's giving off with this. It really does sound like some old 90s throwback shit. It does give off that really cool vibe to that, so I do fuck with that. Logic's flow in here works really, really well. It's very smooth, and it just really goes on top of the beat very, very nicely. And I think it's one of the strongest performances that Logic has on this album, and it works out well for being the title track because it does give the real vibe of what Young Sinatra is and what this whole Young Sinatra experience is supposed to be about. Just that throwback, classic, boom bap hip hop feel. And he gives that on this song probably better and more authentically than any other on this entire album, and it really does come off very nice. So it's a dope track, really fits for the title track, and I just love everything about it. So you got a good one on your Logic, you got a good one. And the last track, The Adventures of Stony Bob, which features the Pokemon group. I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop doing that to y'all. Kajo, Sladro, and Big Limbo. Yeah, this is a stoner smoker track, because you know Logic's smoking now. He's smoking that weed now. He on them trees. And this is a dope song. I really like the beat. The beat really gives me a whole throwback. It gives me a Far Side running feel with the beat. That's kind of how it gives off that, and I really like it. Like a Tribe Called Quest, Far Side type of vibe. So the beat on here I really did enjoy. Even though it sounds like a knockoff version, I really liked it. Like, in the end, I still fuck with it. And it's a stoner track. Like, I don't smoke, y'all, but I can appreciate a good smoker's track. So, you know, it's one you can light up to. It's about Stony Bob's adventures, or being stoned, or stoned with a nigga named Bob, and some nigga smoking shit, okay? And he's done it before, but he did it again. He really likes weed. You can tell that for sure with this song. But it's dope. I love the beat and the vibe of it, though. That's pretty much the shining moment for me with this record. But overall, it's still a good. The features did a good job as well. It really comes off nice. And those are my top 5, y'all. And honestly, like I said, those are probably the shining moments of this project for me for the most part. But like otherwise, this album right here is just a big meh. Like, and there are some songs on here that I really just couldn't get past, or they just like lend it too much to other stuff. Like the song with Ryan Tedder, Ordinary Day, sounds like an old Kanye West throwaway beat that, you know, and Ryan Tedder sounds like, you know, it could have been John Legend on that. It sounds like something that like Kanye would have made in like Late Registration or College Dropout Days, and have John Legend on the hook. Like, that's exactly how this song sounds like, and it just didn't come off that well for me. And then you got Street Dreams 2, which is cool, but I think this is a personal thing, y'all. Like, Okay, so Street Dreams 2 is a story track where like Logic is pretty much like his girlfriend gets kidnapped, and so he gets Six to like come with him to go and get his girlfriend back, and you know, here's the shootout, and then Six ends up getting shot and shit like that, which is cool, but it sounds a lot like some shit I did back in 09 and 13, you know, with the songs Midnight Marauders and Ransom. It sounds like those two songs smashed together, and Logic low-key stole it from me. I know you did, nigga. I know you ain't heard about it, but I know you did, nigga. So like, to me, I was like, I did it better. So that's personal shit, but it's okay, but I did it better. That's all I'm saying. So maybe fuck you if you, I'm just saying I did it better. But also songs like Iconic with Jaden Smith, which is pretty much like he just took Jaden Smith's song in the beginning, and then Jaden Smith came on in the end with some random shit that didn't really even do anything. So it was just like a whole bunch of shit on here that just didn't make sense. And then the ultimate like rip-off thing on here, even though he's doing it in a form of flattery and it's been done before, but Last Call, which is pretty much, okay, you know how Kanye did Last Call on College Dropout. When he did that, that shit was like unique and dope and very entertaining. So Logic said, I want to do my own version of Last Call, and he did it, and it was like not as unique or as dope or as entertaining, and pretty much everything he told us, he's already told us before. Like Kanye, when he told us his story in Last Call, that was the first time that we heard any of that shit. Like the shit that Logic said, we've heard about him, like, you know, being broke and, you know, coming up in Maryland, and the shit that he saw in his house, and his story of how he got signed and all this shit. He did that shit already. He told us these stories before, so his Last Call really doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, he just did it because he wants to be like a Kanye J. Cole stan, because they did it too. Like, I get it, but it's like, it really wasn't special. It's like, and the song is the same title. It's still called Last Call. Matter of fact, all these song titles are the same song titles as other fucking songs. Like, there's no unique song titles on this motherfucker. What the fuck, nigga? But that's pretty much the reason why this project here wasn't amazing to me. It's just so many moments on here that linked to so many other moments that were really dope, and Logic's just trying to do his own version of it, and it does not come off that well. But then there are some moments on here that Logic really does shine, but in the core of it, he raps his ass off. He's got some bars, he's got the flow, but we know all this, and the production is that throwback boom bap feel. It's not 100% raw, gritty, and authentic, but I mean, he does it in Logic's own way, and it's cool, but it's not like wow, and that's what it is. So my final verdict, I'm not saying that Logic Young Sinatra 4 is an overall decent project with some good moments, but also some moments that just lend to other shit that was a lot better when they did the shit and not when he tried to do his version of the shit. All I'm saying is that beats on here are boom bap, throwback, old school feel, but I didn't get Ugly Face Neck Brace. There were no beats on here that were like super memorable or unique, but still boom bap. And the beats that were memorable reminded me of beats that were done back in the day that were more legendary and memorable when they were out at that moment. And like with Logic, he gives us the flow, he gives us the bars, he gives us the fast rapping and all that shit, which is cool, but at the same time, we've heard it before. His subject matter hasn't changed. He's still talking about the same shit. He's still giving us the same shit. He has cut down on the whole biracial speak, even though he snuck a line or two up in there. I heard you when you said the shit. But overall, he just gave us the rapidy raps, and it's cool for what it is. There are some moments on here, but overall, I'm not going to really go back to this project and be like, yo, this shit's crazy. So all I got to say is that for me, Logic Young Sinatra 4 is not Granddad approved, but I will give it a Granddad recommended. I know y'all gonna hate me for this shit. Y'all, I might as well just stop reviewing Logic shit, y'all. I'm trying, though. I'm trying to get a nigga a shot. It's just every time he does shit, it just ain't the shit that... He gets close, y'all, and then he just, it falls. It falls, or it just ain't what it's supposed to be, and I need to help him. I need to help him. He don't want my help. He probably don't even like me. But I got nothing more to say. Logic, Young Sinatra 4 is Granddad recommended, so go listen to the shit. You probably already have, and you probably feel a lot different than I do about it, but what the fuck ever, that's what it is. Flip it. Alright, y'all, that's gonna do it for today's video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and drop a comment. Tell me what you think of Logic Young Sinatra 4 if you heard it. If you have not heard it, well, go listen to the shit. I mean, it is that boom bap shit for the most part, but it ain't like the real, pure, 100% get you off your fucking ass and like, whoa, this shit's crazy boom bap. It's like, okay, yeah, he's trying some boom bap shit. Now, again, like he's done it before, he's doing it again. Previous videos on the side, as well as my latest single, check that out, show us some love. And as always, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, Instagram, links in the description below, and subscribe. Button on the screen, button below, Woolly Reviews, twice a week, as well as the gaming videos, Spider-Man on that ass, more gaming shit on the way, as well as let's talk about the shit all the other shit below. You know what it is, y'all. And I got nothing more to say. So until next time I take my leave, Granddaughter, Logic, Young Sinatra 4. Well, this is the last one. So, like, no more boom bap from Logic. I mean, it wasn't like it was amazing anyway, but now it's all trap and mainstream shit. Fuck. It's gonna be rough, y'all. It's gonna be rough. I'm out of here.